Good morning, Year 3, Miss Joinson here. So back to another Monday. So today we're going to be doing some Vipers questions on Chapter 14 of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So Chapter 14 will be sent to you in an email and also uploaded onto the website as well. And Chapter 14 is all about Mr. Willy Wonka. Okay, it's a very descriptive chapter. Lots of different adjectives in there to describe Willy Wonka and what he looks like, okay? So have a read of chapter 14 and then you can get started on your Vipers questions. Alright, so we're just going to go through some Vipers questions just so we know how to answer those questions using the text. So we've got a vocabulary question here and it just says define enraptured. So before I find that what that word means on the online dictionary, I'm actually going to find that word in the text here. Okay, so I've just took a snippet of the text. I'm just going to skim and scan. I'm so glad, so happy for you, and this, your grandfather, delighted to meet you. So overjoyed, enraptured, there we go. Enchanted, all right, excellent. Is everybody in now? 5 children? Yes, good. Now will you please follow me? Okay, so enraptured then. So I've gone onto my online dictionary and I have searched enraptured. Okay, and enrapture, so to enrapture, it's to give intense pleasure or joy to. Okay, so it links very, very closely with what his other words that he's saying, overjoyed, enchanted. Okay, so I'm going to write our answer using the question as your sentence starter. So enraptured means enraptured means to give intense pleasure or joy to something. Okay, so Mr. Willy Wonka is overjoyed about meeting Grandpa Joe. Okay, I think he's a very excited man for everybody to be in his chocolate factory. Okay, so that's just like a synonym for overjoyed as well. All right, so that was our vocabulary question. Let's have a look at an infer question then. Okay, so this is where we're looking at the text and we're inferring what has been said. Okay, so we're going a little bit deeper with our knowledge. It's not necessarily written in the text, we're kind of reading in between the lines. Okay, so it says, why doesn't Grandpa Joe want Charlie to let go of his hand? Okay, so it's this bit here. So don't you let go of my hand, Charlie, whispered Grandpa Joe. Now, before this part, okay, they're walking down the corridor of the chocolate factory. Okay, so they're Mr. Willy Wonka is walking quite fast. Okay, he turned right off the main corridor into another slightly narrower passage. He then turned left, then right again, then left, then right, then left, then right, then right, then left. Okay, so they're going further and further deeper into the chocolate factory. Roald Dahl uses the chocolate factory as a gigantic rabbit warren. That means it had lots of different twists and turns in. So why do we think that Grandpa Joe doesn't want Charlie to let go of his hand? So using the question as your sentence starter, Grandpa Joe doesn't want Charlie to let go of his hand. There we go, because the chocolate factory is so gigantic with lots of different corridors and passages. He doesn't want to get split up from Charlie and end up losing each other. Okay, so he's saying for him to keep hold of his hand so they don't lose each other, they don't get lost in that massive chocolate factory. Okay, so there we go, that's the answer to that question. We've got to read before that part there, okay? so you know how to infer from the text. Okay, and lastly, we've got a retrieve question. So this is where we're literally digging like a dog looking for that bone. We're finding that bone, which will be our question, our answer in the text, and then we're putting that into our answer. Okay, so the question is, how many people went into the factory in total? Okay, so let's have a look. It was quite a large party of people when you came to think of it. There were 9 grown-ups and 5 children, 14 in all. And there's your answer straight there. So there were 14 people in the factory in total. Okay, straight away found our answer in the text, highlighted it, and used our question as our sentence starter to write our answer. Okay, so you have got your questions that you need to complete today, please. Explain is a bit of a nice question because you've got to draw Willy Wonka based on the description that the Roald Dahl uses. Okay, so that's a really nice question that is using your artistic skills there as well. Okay, if you need any help or support, please email myself or Mr. Grocott and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Have an awesome day. Speak to you all soon. Bye.